Good morning, Facebook. Saturday morning. How are we? As you can see, I'm in the office working. I've got training clients this weekend. I do a lot of my training at the weekends because I run my property business in the week, which means then I can do both, but I have to find the time to do both. So I'm in the office this morning waiting for my coffee to be boiled and my scrambled eggs to be cooked. So I thought I'd just do a quick video. I've been asked this a lot in the last few days, and I think it seems to be quite a hot topic on internet at the minute. So I thought I'd just give you my thoughts on this. Now, what should you be paying your deal sourcer? So there's a lot of people in this group I know who are actually sourcers, who are new sourcers, who are getting into the profession, learning how to do it, and providing an awesome service to people that need the help, but not necessarily clear on what they should be charging for a deal. And there's also a lot of people in this group, because this is what this group's really all about, is about buying and selling deals and trading and building portfolios. There's a lot of people in this group who are working with sourcers and are coming unstuck when it comes to levels of service, what to pay, what to expect for what they're paying, and all those sorts of things. So I thought I'd just stick my 5 pence worth in this morning, because I've been asked it about a couple of times this week. So the thing about what you should be paying a sourcer is it's actually quite a fluid response. There's no real one hard and fast answer to this, unfortunately. First of all, always remember that you get what you pay for. Yeah, in life, we know if it's cheap and it's too good to be true, might just be that. I know there's a lot of deals I see come across my desk of people that want to sell me deals, and although I'm not sure because I don't actually buy deals, but I'm on mailing lists and things like that. So I get them come across, and I see fees that range from £400 for rent to rent, up to £10,000 and beyond. For assisted sales and things like that. Sometimes we're looking at effectively finder's fees of in excess of 50 grand for developments. The finder's fees can be toppy. So my thoughts on this, okay, I think what you have to remember is when you're talking or working with a sourcer and you're starting a relationship with that sourcer, what you need to understand is what they're going to do for their money, okay? People don't buy on price. They don't. So if you're a sourcer and you're selling something, people don't buy on price. People buy on the value that you give, okay? People justify with price, okay? So price actually isn't the issue to think about here. And when you're buying deals from sourcers, what you really need to ask yourself is, am I getting a good service? Am I getting good value? And am I getting fair exchange for the money that I'm spending, okay? So when I say fair exchange, that's actually a phrase that I get from Rob Moore. Rob Moore uses this a lot. And fair exchange basically means, the work that you're doing and the value that you're offering and the time you're saving, the profits you're offering, etc., etc. Are you asking for fair exchange in terms of the money you're asking for to cover the cost of you doing all that work and for you to make a profit? I think sometimes people forget that sourcers actually are a business. We're here to make a profit. Nobody gets into this business to just survive. Everybody in business gets into business to make money and to build a profit. And I don't think you should ever make excuses for the fact that your business makes money. I think you should be proud of that, and actually you should want to work with businesses that make a profit, because they're going to still be around in maybe 100 years to continue delivering that level of service. I think if you're using a source, you need to remember those things. I also need you guys to remember that if you're working with a sourcer or you're a sourcer, you need to remember what your overheads are to run as a business, okay? If you are compliant and you are set up properly, selling a deal for £400 cannot possibly be sustainable. And the reason for that is because your insurance costs money every month. Let's say you did 4 deals a month at £400, right? 1,600, sorry, my brain went blank then. Saturday morning, no coffee, I'll take it from there. £1,600 now. Your insurance costs money every single month. Okay, professional indemnity insurance that you have to pay for. You've got annual costs for your data protection, for your anti-money laundering, for your property ombudsman. You've got marketing costs to pay for. You've got an office to pay for if you're in an office. You might have a team to pay for where you need to pay a salary and commissions. You've got CRMs to pay for. You've got, business cards and stuff like that to pay for. You might be doing networking. That's, a membership cost. You've got to pay for that. Listen, £1,600 a month in revenue, selling 4 deals a month at £400 is not going to create a sustainable, future-proof business for you. Just isn't. Okay, and when you're buying deals from a sourcer, you guys need to remember that they're running a business. So what you pay them, that £3,500 fee, that's not just profit. Okay, they might have worked for 2.5 months to get that deal to a point where it's ready to be feed. You know, they may have worked in joint venture with somebody where they need to split that fee in half. They may need to, you know, they've got to pay for all their overheads to run their business out of those costs. So the question of what should you be paying your sourcer, whilst there isn't a hard and fast answer to this, I think what you always need to remember is that you need to be considering fair exchange. So someone said to me this morning that they think that my charges of £3,000 or £1,000 per year of a term agreed on a rent-to-rent deal is too expensive. My question is, compared to what? Now, if I was charging £3,000 for a 3-year term and it was only going to deliver that investor £6,000 net profit over the term, then yeah, of course, that's expensive. Compared to the profits, that's not fair exchange. But if I'm charging £3,000 for a rent-to-rent deal that gives them £40,000 to £45,000 net profit, then, you know, would you trade £3,000 for £45,000 after all costs? Of course you would. That's fair exchange. So what you need to remember is you need to ask those questions. What am I getting for my money? Okay, what is the fee actually covering? Am I working with a business that is a compliant business that's got overheads? Do I understand what those overheads are? Am I going to be working and building a relationship with someone that can deliver that service in an ongoing way? Or is this a fly-by-night, you know, is punting 1 or 2 deals and then it's going to disappear off the face of the earth? Okay, and am I getting fair exchange? If I'm getting £40,000 profit, net profit after all costs, I think the £3,000 fee to get into that deal for all the hard work and negotiation that goes into getting that set up in the first place is absolutely fair exchange. So, sourcers, my advice to you is work hard for your money, okay? You are not selling leads, you're selling deals. If you're only selling leads and it's an introduction and there's nothing actually secured, then yeah, you know, you should be charging something, I don't know, £50 a lead or something like that. Not very much. But if you are doing the work, okay, and you're securing it, you're negotiating it, you're getting it to a point where it makes a profit, and you're delivering a service that's consistent and solid, that builds portfolios on behalf of other people, then you're absolutely entitled to charge fair money for that work. If you're buying deals from sources, if you're an investor in this group watching this video, then please remember to ask those questions. You know, what compliance are you doing? What marketing are you doing? Who's involved in the deal? Are we splitting these fees, etc., etc.? What's it going to take for that to become a fair exchange understanding? I feel like I've ranted a little bit. I didn't mean to, but I do feel quite strongly about this. I think it's important that when you're starting your business, you treat it as a business. You're not getting into this for fun. Well, I certainly didn't. You know, and I'm sure most of the people in this group that I speak to, you're getting into this and you're learning about this stuff because actually what you want to deliver is a solid business that can either replace an income or create a legacy for yourselves and create assets at some point in the future. So, you know, remember, fair exchange is king in this particular scenario. Different strategies obviously sort of demand different levels of fees. Different work levels demand different levels of fees, and different profits demand different levels of fees. But make sure when you're feeing up your deal, you think about all those things and you ask for fair exchange. So I'm going to make my coffee now because my kettle's boiled and I'm hungry and I've got a sore throat. So I'm going to disappear. Have an amazing Saturday, guys. Those of you that are working like me, you know, have fun. Enjoy it. Remember, there's 7 days a week to build an empire. One day you won't have to work so hard because you're working hard now. And those of you that are taking a day off, well deserved, I'm sure. Enjoy it, have fun, enjoy your families and all that sort of stuff. And I will speak to you maybe tomorrow, Monday. See you guys, bye.